All right. So, all right. Let's look at the following examples. So A, we know that in my earlier videos, I spoke about a number line. If we have exponents that are positive, our value will automatically increase when it comes to a base of 10, right? With scientific notation. So what does this mean? Well, this means that my 2 has a decimal after it. So I will then move my decimal 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So my final answer will be 20,000. What about B? Well, B, we have distributive property, which means I need to multiply. We can think about an invisible one in front of the parentheses. So I can eliminate the positive one by just multiplying it into the parentheses. But before we do that, if we look at the order of operations, we know we first have to multiply the inside of the parentheses. So let's do that. Well, I'm going to add 3 zeros, 20,000 or 2,000. So I solved this parentheses first, then I will solve the second parentheses. So it'll just be a simple addition, right? Then we have 400. And then I will add these two values together. So I get a total of 2,400. The next one, however, is a little bit more tricky. What we can do in this situation is we can rearrange values. So I like to think about these ones as like terms. Okay? Like terms. What I mean by like terms is these two share the same values, right? Or they share commonalities. These two share commonalities too. Well, both of them have a base of 10, and both of them have an exponent. While these would just be two numbers I can multiply with each other. So let's rearrange them. Let's go. I'm going to say 4.2 multiply 4, and I will multiply this with the parentheses of 2 to the power of negative, or 10 to the power of negative 2, multiply 10 to the power of 7. Now when I multiply exponents with the same base, I can add or subtract the exponents depending on what the symbols are. So let's first solve this equation. Well, this equation would be 4.2 multiply 4. I can say 4 multiply 4, which is 16. And then 4 multiply 0.2, which is 8. And then if I had to rewrite this as an equation, it would look something like this. 10 to the power of 7 minus 2. So that gives me 10 to the power of 5. So 10 to the power of 5. And now I can move my decimal 5 slots to the right. So it's going to be 16.8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 0, 0, 0. So my final answer would then be 168. Oh, excuse me, that's 1.68 million. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And here we solved some basic scientific notation questions. And the most important thing is, as I mentioned before, that in other videos I will cover exponential rules, where you learn that when exponents multiply with one another, I will do one more example. We can just simply add them together. So this would be 10 raised to the second power plus 4. That will give me just simply 10 to the power of 6. So this is a concept you can familiarize yourself with now, and then later we'll get into a more detailed explanation.